Hey gamers, I'm Amos McCandless and welcome back to the Guerrilla Report. Prepare to start slashing away with those adamantium claws, cause this week we're jumping in with X-Men Origins Wolverine, one of the first movie games that supposedly doesn't suck. X-Men Origins Wolverine takes you behind the movie that got mediocre, if not shallow reviews from many critics nationwide. However, the hype behind this game was a little bit more credible than that of the movie it was based off of. In X-Men Origins Wolverine, you will encounter gameplay that doesn't feel at all mediocre. The character is solid, the graphics are distinguished, and the cutscenes are impressively realistic. Though the gameplay may seem a bit pointless at times, the controls were crafted in a nice enough fashion to always keep you occupied, slicing and dicing random bad guys. Meet our favorite comic book friend, Wolverine. For ages now, Marvel fans all across the globe have been waiting to experience the joy of playing an X-Men game that doesn't completely suck. But never has that satisfaction come so smoothly. Looking past the somewhat cliche platformer gameplay, this game has utilized the idea of button mashing almost seamlessly. Though the controls may seem a tad bit unorganized at times, the combo attacks and upgradable skills always allow you to get out of those sticky situations, even when it involves dismembering mass amounts of enemies in a number of gruesome and morbid ways. Utilizing the same Unreal Engine that brought you games like Gears of War 2 and the Unreal Tournament series, the graphics in this game are appealing and really give you a taste of what can be expected from some upcoming games in the future. And though there is no multiplayer in this game, a new feature was added that allows you to upgrade and change your character throughout the campaign, much like in many RPGs. There is also a lot more variety in this game than we had anticipated, ranging from high-speed skydives to helicopter takedowns. But on the flip side, can a souped-up campaign mode really be considered a full game? In most cases, yes, but strictly single-player games have always been considered toss-ups, and sadly, this is no exception. You will find that this game constantly weaves in and out of cutscenes, which, although visually impressive, can sometimes get a little annoying. At times, it's almost like watching the game play out in front of you, where you have very little control of the outcome of the missions and plot. And though the idea of leveling up and gaining skills and powers along the road has always been a great style for RPG games, we found that it doesn't quite work out so well in this platform. Sometimes it almost seems as though, despite the amount of fight moves you gain along the road, you can never really find a whole lot of time to pull them off in combat. But overall, the few negatives we encountered in this game barely affected our overall gaming experience. Every minute of playing this game presented some new type of challenge that always kept gaming interesting. And though most platform games out there are plagued with simplicity, X-Men Origins Wolverine offers gameplay that doesn't get too old too fast. So just to recap, X-Men Origins Wolverine has some of the best graphics we have seen up to date. Utilizing the Unreal Engine like never before, it has given us a slight glimpse of what we can expect from upcoming games. Also, the single player includes a variety of achievable add-ons, some that allow your character to upgrade or even mutate, adding much more to the campaign. The storyline was somewhat vague and couldn't keep up with the rapidly occurring cutscenes, but this was only an issue in certain parts of the game. Also, though the character upgrades were executed well, it was sometimes seemingly impossible to pull off new moves on the endless swarm of bad guys. Our verdict: Activision did a great job pushing a game out of the recent X-Men Origins movie, and it had really impressive graphics. But, on the other hand, those multiplayer fanatics out there may seem a bit out of place in the strictly single-player experience. This game kept our attention and definitely lived up to the claim that it wasn't just your average movie cash-in. Though it had a few flaws, its gameplay made good use of its inventive style of combat. That's why here at Guerrilla, we're giving X-Men Origins Wolverine a 7.9 out of 10. I'm Amos McCandless, reporting to you from the front lines of gaming.